For the second review of Christmas, I present to you Backbeat Revenge by Darwin and Supersonic Wave by SD Slayer. Backbeat Revenge is such an odd level. It's weird because I feel like I should have a lot more to say about it, but it really does stop at just, it looks fucking incredible. The main thing that everyone complains about with this level is the flashing lights, but I gotta be real, I think that is kind of this level's identity. It's similar to I Spy with My Little Eye in the sense of, it is the thing the level does. Imagine if you took this level and you removed all the particles, all the flashing lights, what would you really have, you know what I mean? And I gotta say, some of the effects in this level are fucking nuts. Like the background in this part where everything's all swirling and shit, and the skull, and oh my god, there's just so many cool effects in this level. It looks so fucking good. I love the wave gameplay. I don't know why, the wave gameplay is extremely fun and satisfying to me, even though it's in theory kind of simple and basic and easy to pull off. There's just something so rewarding about this wave section, and I have no idea why. It's just really satisfying. Unfortunately, other than the wave sections themselves, I do feel like the gameplay is this level's weakest link, and there's a lot of parts where the gameplay just isn't that appealing to me. This is like a whole new style of gameplay that I like to call click the orbs when you see them. That's all this gameplay is. There's so many levels where it just boils down to click an orb when you see it, and somehow it ends up being finicky enough to where it's still demon difficulty, because again, you look at this gameplay and on paper it looks relatively simple, but there's just this weirdness with how you have to time things and click things, and it's overcomplicating very simple gameplay to the point where it's not very fun to pull off. When it comes to the deco though, I really don't see anything wrong with it. I'll even talk about the epilepsy warning controversy. This level originally didn't have any kind of epilepsy warning, but a frame 1 screen was added to have one. And while I get that, like, I'm not gonna protest it, I think it's fine to have one, and I think it is, in theory, generally just a good thing to have one. I find it so odd that this level got so much backlash for being flashy like it is, because GD is a flashy game. And I feel like if you have epilepsy, you probably just shouldn't play GD as a whole. And that's not to be exclusionary, I just feel like GD as a whole is a not safe game to play if you have epilepsy. It's got a lot of different flashing colors, a lot of harsh colors, and pretty much everywhere you go with this game will have some kind of epilepsy to it. And I feel like even with like that one mod that tries to warn you about epilepsy, you're inevitably going to come across a level that isn't picked up by a mod like that, and you're going to come across one on like the recent tab or something, right? So I just feel like generally if you have epilepsy you probably shouldn't be playing this game, but at the same time I could understand the epilepsy warning from the perspective of even if you don't have epilepsy, some of these visuals can be a bit intense on the eyes, and so I guess I get it, but I really don't see anything wrong with the level's deco. I don't see anything wrong with a level doing this. It is a wild level for Rob to pick for an event though, that is for sure. I like this level a lot. I think it's very experimentalist. I think it uses 2.2 effects very well. I think that the shader abuse isn't bad, which is weird to say because usually shader abuse is bad, but I guess in the same way move trigger abuse could in theory not be a bad thing. This level actually doesn't do that bad of a job at being really aggressive and in your face with shaders. A very difficult thing to pull off, and I don't know. I just think this level's really good. I love the deco, I love the aesthetics, and while I don't have the nicest things to say about the gameplay in some places, I don't even hate the gameplay. I think the gameplay is fine. I think overall Backbeat Revenge is a very good level, and I am definitely willing to give this level a 9 out of 10.